Good early afternoon, my man.
Gylan Jackson, how you doing, man? You all dry?
Dry? Oh, dude. So if in front of the podcast studio, people don't know we're set up at a warehouse, right?
Yeah.
30,000 square foot warehouse. I got about 900 square feet in here. And we had a performance. Another group came in. And she's like, it's flooded. We can't even get into the driveway. So I'll show you pictures, but there had to be maybe a foot or 2 feet of water out in the driveway this past weekend. So for all those you people that don't know, we're in San Antonio, Texas.
That's right.
1 month it'll be snowing for 3 days, and then the next month it'll be flooding.
Just sit still.
Just sit still and blink. I think today's going to be 97 degrees, and then tomorrow's going to be 84 degrees or 85 degrees or something like that. So we have crazy weather.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you ready to kick this bad boy off?
I'm always ready to kick it off with you.
Because
that's what we do, man. We kick it off. All right, here we go. You are now listening to the latest episode of the Urban Texan Realty Group podcast with your host, Patrick Vallejo, a.k.a. Downtown Pat. From the starry nights to the city lights of Texas.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Patrick gives you the best and most comprehensive advice on real estate. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Urban Texan Realty Group podcast.
Woo! What's going on, man? You ready to do this?
Man, we need to get this podcast out to LA, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
LA,
man.
Oakland,
They just don't
San
know.
Francisco.
I mean, well, evidently they do because they're all here. They're all here.
Right.
East Coast, West Coast, you name it, right?
Exactly.
Oh, man.
You said you had some people flying in today?
Yeah. I got some clients coming in from New York State themselves, right?
Flex.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is, man, is everybody is trying to figure out where to put their money. And, you know, Texas as a whole, pretty damn good, right? Then you really go into the numbers. We showed the charts last week, right? And it's like San Antonio is crushing life. And we're right in the midst of movement, right?
Mm-hmm,
so when we talk about prices jumping, we're really in real time. You know, first quarter of this year, we had more movement in our 5-year history than we had in our average annual, right? So first quarter moved almost $60K in average sales price for our city. That's tremendous. That's right crazy. There, right? Is that a correction? You know, are things going to come back down? I get all sorts of questions. And the truth is no, it's here to stay, and it's the new president, and it's going to keep building off that in a very fast way as well. You know, so. Yes, sir. We want to get into just a little bit about what we got going on today. We're going to definitely get into Pat in the City. We're going to talk about the state of the market. We're going to talk about multi-bids again. We're going to talk about what that deal should look like, you know, how to set yourself up if you're listing, if you're on the buy side. We're going to do Pat's top 5, of course, and then we're going to touch base on one of my sneaky favorites, right? Condos for cash flow. For cash flow.
So it's kind of like coming back full circle.
Man, you know, I'm not Nostradamus, but, you know, I might have seen a thing or two. So I feel like, you know, until I'm red in the face, I'm going to keep repeating certain fundamentals that I believe strongly in. And hopefully it can help some people out there, right? Even if you're not working with me directly, you know, you should take these things with a grain of salt for yourself because I'm giving you real firsthand insight, you know, up to date. So first shout out, we're going to give our first segment over to Alamo Title. Norma Urbina is my closer of choice. She's a winner every time I need something done, whether it's, you know, getting a wholesale deal done, whether it's getting, you know, title looked at for a property we're trying to get acquired. You know, they make it happen. They make signings happen. It's not, you know, they don't do it, you know, like just every client, but I'm just saying, if everything's riding on it and people are like, oh, it's coming down to the title company. I'm like, yeah, we're good because I got me some winners right out there. So Norma, Kathleen, Jessica, you know, special thanks to their support as always at Alamo Title. Ventura Plaza is the spot. So, Yeah, let's hop into it, man. You want to talk about a little Pat in the City today?
Well, what about our being power?
Oh, yeah, man. Sorry. Yeah, I know. Right. Well, I was going to actually assign these to each segment. So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was going to give
stretch 'em out.
Fairway
Okay.
Mortgage. Yeah, just,
I like
Fairway
that.
Mortgage will go over to.
Just let me know before this.
yeah, right. A little bit. Okay.
That makes sense. So I like it. I like it.
All right. So Alamo Title Phase 1, we're going to knock out is knocking out our Pat in the City.
Okay.
And let's get rocking into that. For Pat in the City today, man, we're going to talk about multi-bids. We're going to talk about what this stuff looks like. And so I'm actually sharing my screen, right, because we're going to do a little picture-in-picture on some of this because I want people to see what all this means, right? We're talking about these things all the time, but in numbers, what does that mean, right? So in this example, you're going to see the seller is Urban Texan Realty, hashtag top agent, right? And the address is going to be 123 Downtown Pat Boulevard. That's right.
So what we're actually looking at now is
this is called
the
a
actual
net sheet. Yeah.
The which one?
It's called a net sheet.
A net
right?
sheet.
So
okay.
every agent should be going through this in some form or fashion with their clients. I worked this up, just right before we opened up, just to give people an idea of some of the things that we're talking about, right? Because there's a lot of different things that occur in our market, and specifically, right, when you've got properties that are between the low 200s, up to the high 400s sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. Like these things are moving. So we're going to use a little example right here. You're going to see we're going to have an average sales price for this property. We're going to start off about $300K, and then on this left-hand side, you'll see. Right here, this is our property taxes annually. They're estimated, so they get recalculated down here. And then these are just general costs, but for me, this is the example I'm going to use. And of course, when a title company gives us their final fees, this gets filled in. But normally my fees are pretty darn close. And then when they get adjusted, usually it's going to adjust to my client's favor. So in this example, right, you see that they're netting $60,595K. And that's already got all these closing costs, everything here on this left-hand side. It's got it all tallied, and then we show it nice and neat right here at $24,405. So that'll adjust slightly in the scenarios I'm going to give, but the things that won't, we're going to say that my client, their house, they just got their most recent mortgage statement, and it was $213K. And so in that payoff, that until they get it back from their bank, we're going to pad it just a little bit, right? So we'll show 215. But that way, again, when I calculate numbers for my clients, I'm giving them, best case numbers. And then when things adjust, it's going to get better, right? Versus, well, we didn't think about that, I just feel like it's the best way to do business, show people what they should expect and then beat those expectations. So this being said, properties in this price range, super competitive, right, Gylan?
Yes.
And we want to figure out, like, hey, what should we do in these scenarios? So let's say I ran the sales comparisons for this particular property, and let's say that the average sales price out here is $295, right? Let's say $295.
Okay.
So my question to you is, do you think it's a good idea to start higher? And everybody can say strategies, right? This is kind of my point, right? We want people to know the difference, right? Do I start higher? In this scenario, I'm showing it at 300, which I don't think is grossly higher, right? Sometimes I'm even more aggressive if I really like the package that property presents itself and the subdivision and location, right? All these things are factors. They're the want factor. Mm-hmm. When somebody sees it, they put eyes to it and they know, hey, we're in multi-bid time. Oh my gosh, what does that mean, right? But there's some factors that are going to come into place with this too. And part of it is going to be the type of financing that people are going to submit. When people actually do submit their offers, right, we're going to talk about what a clean deal is. To me, a clean deal is, right, things like this, closing costs. Man, did you submit for closing costs? You're in a multi-bid situation as an agent. You're trying to help your clients get this deal. Are you still asking for closing costs? Mm-hmm. Are you still asking for a title policy, right? Like, what is this going to do to your clients when they're up against other people, and what are other people actually offering that is better, in these scenarios, right? So in this case, I showed a property that we are listing. It was, we think it's going to appraise at 295. I'm starting at 300, so I'm not grossly over it, but It's a great area, and I think people are still going to go for it, So that being said, right, an average, before all this got even crazier, you would show, people are going to come in and they might want some closing costs. They might need some closing costs, whether it's, a first-time home buyer, or they just don't have a big nest egg, but they've got good credit, good jobs. They want to get in. Well, right here, I know that I'm already netting $60K, right? $60,595. But, I'm in a multi-bid, so maybe my clients are like, you know what, Patrick, we've saved up, and we really want this house. Okay, so I'm going to have to suggest, hey, if we're in a multi-bid, you're definitely not going to be asking for closing costs, right? So immediately I took that out, and you see how it's adjusted over here. Now I'm at $64,095. And then they're like, yeah, Patrick, we're sure we've saved enough. We're ready to roll. Okay. So maybe I'm going to wipe off the title policy, right? So now look at my adjustment. I'm at $66,495, right? Still the same $300K offer, but the seller's bottom line is looking that much better, right? We just went up by about $6K. So then, I've even been in scenarios and seen it where I'm even seeing agents. They're like, you know what, Patrick, I've already sold for my client. We sold their property. I got to get them converted. This is my job. This is my duty. I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to help them improve their chances by giving them an additional spiff. So over here, you see I've got 5%.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. So most agency, this is not a standard. It's just what I'm used to seeing, right? Is most people are going to charge 3% on each side. And so that means the seller usually covers this cost. I'm seeing where buyers are like, you know what, Patrick, I'll pay your fee, right?
Wow.
I'll pay your fee. I
So
just
they're
want,
taking a point.
I just need to get this thing locked in, right? And so now look at this, man. I just raised it by almost $12,500, right? Just from cleaning up a contract. So when I'm talking about a clean contract, this is what it can actually look like. It's not saying this is a standard. It's not saying this is how to do it, but it's just creative ways on how to find more money for somebody else's bottom line if your client really wants the deal, right? If they really want the deal. Now, let me tell you, there's this. I feel like it's a way of doing business, and everybody can take their own opinion on it. But I feel like when you've just given everything up, though, everything, you're already at a huge disadvantage, and it's tough because your clients want the deal. So do you go back into the option? You got the deal now, right? They were already 5K above. And then you gave them an additional, 12.5 back towards their bottom line. You won the bid. So now what do you do to protect your client, right? Like now I'm taking the stance that when we're in here and we're going through our option period and we have a full inspection done, I got to make sure that house is in good shape, right? Again, a seller's going to be super, super stiff on what they're willing to do. But this is part of the process, and you got to talk this through. You got to be able to communicate with the other agent, find a place of common ground, because once we're into a contract, it's kind of like not all the work is done, but you took a step together. Now you're all holding hands, right? Everybody's best interest is to get to the finish line and still protect this bottom line as much as possible in the next phase. So some people are actually wiping option periods altogether.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of that. I feel like you have to know what you got and how do you do it without an inspection. Now, if I'm listing this property though, I might tell my seller, hey, you know what? Spend the extra $500 right now. So if we're in a multi-bid, everybody else gets to see it and there's no discrepancy. And so now people can more comfortably turn around and say, you know what? I'm good with that. I see this inspection, right? Can we address these things and everybody's on the same page? Yeah, we can. All right, cool. So that 500 just saved you, on top of just whatever you negotiate out of that deal, it saves you a ton of time and headache.
Right. Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What you're going through is fairly intricate, right? Mm-hmm. And we've maybe lost a couple of people as they're watching it. My question is, most customers don't know how to do that, right? Most of your clients have no idea on how to massage these to, you know, a lot of people come in, oh, well, I know how much square footage it is, and I know how much cement is, I know how much this is, but this is something that seems is pretty
it starts getting over people's head pretty quick, right? And
Yes.
and that's the thing, you know, that's why your realtor matters. That's why their level of experience matters, right? Are they listing a lot, or are they just here on this one deal? You know what I mean? You're their only listing. You know, that's crazy because, you know, they can have bad representation through this whole thing. I've seen people, and I've done it. You've seen it just recently. I closed a deal over in the Colonnade, and it was a great property. Had a pool. We locked it up. They initially started at 270, and we locked it in at 292. Right now, we appraised for our full value $8K above. You know, what we actually wrote the contract at. So in a multi-bid situation, we won the bid and we were still in an equity position. Now, let me ask you, did I do my job? Hell yeah, right? We overbid, we got everything, we paid our closing costs, but look, we actually won because the property was worth more. Now, who do you think understood value better, myself or the list agent? That's
you did.
right.
You did, of course.
Yeah, and so that's my thing. What if I came to this same property and everybody, you know, I was like, you know what, we're going to start this multi-bid craze and everybody's going to go crazy for it, right? So what if I started at 285, right? 285,000, and you know, immediately I'm starting right here from 57,945, right? Look, I just told you that I went 20K above on this one deal, and I'm seeing kind of like I wouldn't say it's an exact number, but it used to be 5K above would win you most deals. Then it was kind of like, you know, 10K above, man, I'd say you're batting 500, right? Like you're right there, you're in the hunt. But right now, oh man, there's no rhyme or reason. Some are going, you know, 10, 15. I've seen 50K above. Some people were paying cash. You can't control those things. You just can't, right? So sometimes it happens. But let me tell you, man, it's not always, right? I'd say that's more the rarity than people will lead you to believe. And so in this particular case, I'm at 285. Man, what if people only came in, you know, 10K above? Right? I'm at 295. And that's what it should appraise at. We know that's what it should appraise at. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I mean, I got a lesser bottom line than what we just showed was possible, you know? Like, if people are going to bid up, they're going to bid up. People should be doing their numbers on what that house should appraise for anyways. And then that leads to a whole other conversation as far as, are there any waivers now as far as, hey, if this thing only appraises at 295 and I sell it for 310 because I started high and I got a multi-bid, right? I'm at 82K. Well, if it comes out short, who's paying the difference, right? And so that's what we're doing. We're actually coming up with ways for people to say, you know what, I'll pay over. I really want this house. I really want this location. I've been looking in this area forever. I've missed on 3 other deals in this area, right? Like, I know this is what they're averaging out at. I'm going to take it. I'm pulling that trigger. And so, yeah, people are paying the difference. So, right, am I winning? Am I losing when I start off? It's truly on an individual to make that call for their client. Be honest as far as days on market for how long it should look like. And then tell them, hey, not everything's a multi-bid, or yeah, you know what, we've got a strong chance. You know, where do you want to start? I like to be more aggressive, right? Because at the end of the day, I want it to be the cleanest contract possible. What I know is usually for appraisals, you know, when they see the higher price, they're going to try their best to try and get to it justifiably with what's been sold on the market.
Sure.
But this is where days on market actually have a factor, right? If I'm day one on the market, I'm in a multi-bid and everybody, you know, was willing to pay for it 15 contracts deep, right? As an appraiser, I got to take that into account. You know, I'm not saying that's a everything type scenario. It's just, it weighs in. It weighs in on my process on whether I think this is what the market can bear and what for this type of property, right? It shows a track record. So that's the point, you know. What is it for somebody's individual bottom line? How do we improve the seller's bottom line within our wheelhouse of items, you know, from commissions to, whatever. And everybody's different, right? I see a lot of people that are discount brokers. They give away a big chunk of their stuff up front. But when it's time to negotiate, well, what do you really have to give back? What do you really got in your wheelhouse? You already done shot. You got a 6-round gun, man. I just blew off 5, right, just from the jump. And then you're still in a multi-bid. You still haven't won it. Man, what's left?
Yeah, my sister and I were talking about video production the other day, and going in too low on production, saying that, hey, you can do this for $5,000 a day when it's going to be $10,000 a day, but you can do it for $4,500 a day, but you got to have that wiggle room. Yeah. And if you don't have that wiggle room in the negotiations, then you're stuck.
Yeah, and people are still hitting you, and then you're like, right? It just hurts. Now everything hurts. You don't feel good about the process. You feel disrespected, right? Like, do I not have value? For me,
no, you have value, sir.
Oh, I know. There's like literally, dollars attached to just what somebody can give you in knowledge. You know what I mean? And that's the point. Is with these multi-bids, let's say that 310 is the final deal, right? As far as the contract price, it's still got to come in. I said it's going to appraise at 295. Well, we just said that, somebody's willing to pay the difference. But if you tell me that it doesn't matter to somebody, right? Like I've got $3K in option money, but let's say it came in right at 295. That's $15K I got to come in with the difference on, right? So if you're telling me that I really thought it was going to appraise for 300 at least, or 305, you know what I mean? I'm a lot more open to paying $5,000 to cover my differential, right? Versus $15,000.
Correct.
Sometimes you're like, you know what? I'm going to walk away. You can eat that 3, right? And I'm going to walk away because I got to hedge my loss. That's everything I got, right? As a family, as a consumer, right? You got to weigh those things out. And so this is where the type of financing can actually help people out, right? Obviously, cash is king. You're not worried about an appraisal when that happens. But, you've got the 3 other forms. You've got conventional, you got FHA, you got VA. Truth is conventional is usually going to give you your highest appraised value. So if I'm sifting through deals, I'm looking at that conventional deal with a little bit more appeal, right? It's just being honest. Usually those appraisals come in. It is not to say that FHA and VA can't be there, because they do, and I've seen it. I see a lot of people kind of arguing on whether they're going to meet it. I think it matters in the location that you're in. I think it matters on when you actually do your comps, that you actually pay attention to the types of financing that were there. But all this is part of the process for when you first give your client your idea of what you think their house should list at. You know what I mean? Like, all these are factors, because if not, man, you're just blind, and somebody sold you on, hey man, I make multi-bids happen. Hey man, I do this. You just don't know. So that's just a little insight into what we got. I want everybody to know, exactly what's coming, and be able to navigate through this thing. I want you to be able to see how to get every last dollar, to your bottom line when you're selling. I want everybody to see how to make things happen on the back end when you're in a multi-bid and you're trying to get to the deal, right? You're trying to get there. So, yep, that is going to be our Pat in the City state of the market for today. And now we're going to slide over into Pat's top 5. But before I do, I want to give a little love to Fairway Mortgage, Mr. Dudley Snyder. These guys are amazing. We're talking about finding out whether people qualify for bonds, grants, down payment assistance. We're talking about how all this stuff works, right? How in every dollar, scenarios, this really matters. So am I hurting if somebody says, hey, you know what? I've got down payment assistance. That money that I saved, I don't have to use it all. I went through Dudley Snyder. He hooked me up, right? Now I'm getting down payment assistance. Maybe I've got a bond, right? It's real money that you can leverage when it's time to go make your offer. And then when you're going over, you're being aggressive. You've got things in your wheelhouse. You've got things in your bank account, right? So Dudley Snyder, Fairway Mortgage, you got to take advantage. They are phenomenal. And he's out of Austin, Texas, so he's got a good scoop on what's been going on leading up to. So now, without further ado, Pat's top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Pat's Top 5 with Patrick Vallejo.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face?
These days.
What?
Is that what happened to you on Monday? The 5-finger said to your face, you slap
Man.
on Monday?
You know what it is? Really, honestly, man, Sunday night when you've got all your bids in and they're all in multi-bids and then everybody finds out who won and who lost, right? Usually if the seller went radio silent and it's Sunday night and all bids are due, you're already losing, bro.
Right.
You're already, it's like Sunday night, agents get slapped.
Oh, man.
It's
I know.
gangster. It is gangster.
That's crazy.
So without further ado, we're going to hop into Pat's Top 5. We actually got 10, I know, but we're going to rank out with a few at a time. So first off, we'll start with number 5. We're going to give you 2 pretty hot deals.
Five.
Boom. First one up is going to be 4451 Hilton Head Street. This is MLS number 1524127. List price is $179. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath property over in Northern Hills. For those that don't know, that's in the Northeast. You're going to be in Madison country, Madison Mavericks, right? So it's a great Northeast corridor. You have access to the down part of Bulverde Road, right where the new HEB is, inside 1604. You've got access over to the Warsbach Parkway, slide all the way across town, right? I mean, it's kind of sneaky, but for a long time, this was like the heart of where new construction was at for a long time when it first went north. So, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, what I'm looking at this is not just a good starter home, but also a really good property that you can have for cash flow, right? So you can see they already put some TLC in here, new cabinets, new granite, stainless appliances. This isn't a monster property, 1464 square foot, and it's 2.5. So that means you've got action, right? You can really have people setting up shop, whether they're in-betweeners back and forth to Austin and San Antonio, or whether they want it as a rental. Man, if I can get $1,500 a month, $1,600 a month in rent right now on this property, I'm crushing life. Because I brought 20% down, so I don't have to finance it all. I'm truly cash flowing on this property, and that's the name of the game.
That's a good-looking property, too.
It is, right? It's newer construction, definitely not brand new. It's been a while. So, yeah, and along with that, we're going to give you a twofer. So here's 1303 South Palmetto. South Palmetto is going to be right there, southeast corridor in Denver Heights. So people talk about the Essex Street project that's coming up. This bad boy is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, also 1,200 square foot, a little bit smaller. But, right, I feel like you got a little bit more potential coming up as far as just appreciation. The area is still up and coming, but Denver Heights is a known commodity now. And this is what you want, man, a really clean product, right? Really clean property. It's got the can lighting, probably had a rewire. Looks like you've got new water heater. You got some appliances in here. They redid the bathrooms. That's all you're asking for. You just want a clean property that you can turn over. And because you're downtown, right, not only can I have it, if I'm buying this property to live in, I already won, right, because I've got a good equity perspective. But if I'm renting it, same thing. Can I get $1,600 for it? I think you can. And then on top of that, right, like just the area is going to keep growing. And then you're so close to downtown, I might take another stance and say, hey, can I short term this thing and make me a little bit more money? So, yeah, now we're going to hop to number 4.
How much did they want for that one?
Oh, sorry about that, man. That was 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1303 South Palmetto. List price is going to be $185, and that's MLS number 1524163.
Clean. It feels a little bit high, but it's clean. It looks good.
Well, you're in downtown. You're sub 200.
Oh, sure,
right,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then it's renovated.
Yeah.
So just take that.
Take that.
Take that.
I hear you.
4.
All right, we're going to stick with the Northeast theme. Here we go. We got 3731 Wetmore Ridge. This is going to be MLS number 1524265. List price is going to be $229,900. 1,500 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And you know what? Smart call by the agent because, I can't miss this killer pool right here.
Yeah,
and,
you put the pool first
woo,
picture.
It's humid. So built in 1999, right? Like it's a 2-story. It looks like it's well kept. They've got some landscaping. They have that beautiful pool. It looks like somebody really, they were living here. They actually took care of it, man. This was home for them. And the agent, you're right, it's low. It's low. So back to it, right? Do you think they could have gotten more? I think they could have, but it's not for me to say. They're going to probably go into a multi-bit. Damn, bro, just that rainbow gym. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So got to tear the carpet off the steps. Number one.
Sure.
Right.
Do you have to do it day one?
No,
Okay.
not it. Well, the carpet off the steps, possibly.
I'm just asking. Do you have to?
No.
All right.
But how much is it to do a kitchen on this?
To do a kitchen,
Yeah.
man, I normally budget about $10K for a kitchen minimum, right?
Okay.
If I'm gonna do like new cabinets and something like that,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a little bit more.
I mean, but they have nice appliances. Their appliances are nice.
Yeah, you're already set up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not everything from 2021 standard, but it's a well kept house, you know. And at this price point, man, affordability is everything. And if I had to get aggressive, just get in here, look, man.
Oh man,
outdoor
barbecue
kitchen,
pit in the
bro.
backyard, outdoor.
I got pool,
stoves,
outdoor kitchen, right? Like
grill.
It's gonna get multi-bid,
all
right?
right.
But I wonder.
And a pool for $229.
And a pool, yeah, right. So how crazy do people get?
Yeah.
And then how long do you sit there when you get frustrated that you didn't get what you thought in that multi-bid? Sometimes,
Exactly. Exactly.
Just had to.
Hey, not bad, not bad.
All right, we're gonna give you another one right here. This is from the investment corner, right? 9140 Sailfish. Now this is gonna be right behind the flag stop over in Bernie. So Lakeside Acres is a great location, half-acre lot. It's a duplex, man. So you got a 2-1 and a 1-1 in it for $235K. And again, you're in Bernie. You're right off 410. So people are like, well, where is that? It's like right here, man. Look. Here's Tarpon Drive, here's Fair Oaks Parkway, so you know where you're at, and it's right here. This is the flag stop gas station, right? They've got good burgers, FYI. But yeah, man, for $235, they just gave it away, bro. I'd take that just for the house and the lot alone. Done. So definitely, that's a winner right there. So we're gonna go to number 3.
3. 3.
Yep, we're going to go cross country. We're going to go into Mission del Lago. You know where Mission del Lago is at?
No, I don't. Not right off the top.
South side.
Okay,
Yes, bro.
okay.
So, great golf course community. This is going to be 1006 7th T Vista, MLS number 1524152. List price is $189,990. Right. So 21. I like it because it's 2,100 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Right. It looks like it's predominantly single story. Built in 2017, so right, cosmetics are nice and new. But look at that view, man. Look at the backyard. Great new construction, clean construction, right? You've got all the nice modern amenities. Really cool deck that looks out. It looks like over.
Beautiful.
I'm not sure what hole that is, but damn, that's a great little view.
Nice kitchen.
Watch that land tramp. You know what I mean? Get your golf balls back. But yeah, for $289, almost 2,200 square foot, single story. You know, South San Antonio, you're right off of 410. You can get access back and forth. You got to go to the Toyota plant. You got to get back into downtown. You know what I mean? Like, that's a winner. And Southside's on fire right now. It really is.
I'm digging the kitchen. I like that back patio.
Right? Pendant lights, big slab. I'll take it. All right, let's slide over. We got number 2.
No, we doubling up on number 3.
Oh, my bad. Shoot. All right, we got 26006.
Because you wanted to do 10 past top 10 today instead of.
I know. Well, I'm just not. We're not going to get them all in. I just want to get us out. So 26006 Meadowcrest Drive. You're going to be MLS number 1524097. Right. This is 2,300 square foot, 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Right. You're going to be in Reagan High School, which is coveted. Right. You're in Stone Oak. So you're seeing a lot of these old properties, man, they're getting new life. The location is still awesome. People can say what they want, like, oh, is that old Stone Oak? Let me tell you, I'm up there a lot, and I still love driving through Stone Oak, right? Going up and over those hills, seeing that view. Just, you got to feel good on your way home sometimes, And this is a great property, 2,300 square foot. I know my kids are going to a really well-ranked school at Reagan, seeing a lot of D1 prospects coming out. You've got the man cave, you got the extra space, the beams are showing. It's a well-done property, well-kept, and look at the yard on this thing, man.
Yeah,
right?
that's nice.
Little
That's
slab,
nice.
yeah.
And one thing about Old Stone Oak is you'll find property sizes in Old Stone Oak you won't find in new Stone Oak per se.
Well, not for these prices.
Not for these prices,
right? If I'm paying 2,300 square foot in new construction in certain subdivisions, I mean, building cost is up, right? So they've ratcheted up as well. So now I'm looking back into existing, like, you know what? Now I'm going to be where I want to be, and that's just what it is, right? I'm going to find me a little winner like this. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so $299, $900, right? Do you think it goes for it? I think this is a multi-bid, right? We're talking about hot properties. So definitely something to keep on your radar. This is number 2.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just a
2,
Man, I like this property, bro. 239 Clay Ridge.
Yeah, this picture right here.
Right,
is
you
amazing.
got. I know the picture itself, man. This is what I'm paying for. Everybody's talking about what you can do. Construction's high, yes, but at the end of the day, man, land where you want to be. And so, if you don't got to work work at an office and you can work from home, man, what about living in Canyon Lake, having a sick view of the lake, right? 6.5 acres, right? This is just the lot for $359. But damn, I'm not lying. You looking at these photos, I can look at those crystal blue waters all day, right? And then if I've got access, water access myself, I've got all this acreage, get my little park action. But look at that, man.
I mean, it's like you can take a chair, a lounge chair, and just lay out.
I mean, that's Texas right there, bro. I got the picnic basket and a beer sitting right at the water.
He said a bear.
And a bear, right?
And so what can we put out here? Do we
Well,
have HOA
we've got
stuff,
some killer
or?
builders, man. David Robertson, Build Modern Construction. We've
But we
got
can do
Spanish
something small
homes.
and
Yeah,
quaint. We
some-
can do a bardominium.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Okay.
mean, I think when you live on the water like this and you're already paying $350 plus just for the land, though, you kind of got to go all out, right?
You do? I
Just
don't know,
saying.
man. Like
I think
I'm
would.
thinking like
I
two
know I'm going to get
ski-doos.
value. I know I'm going to be able if I'm living here, right?
If you're living there,
if
yeah.
if I'm going to lease this place out, short term it, right? Different animal, but I just feel like for the commitment at $360 for the lot, 6 acres on the lake. Man, that's nice. That's nice. I want to wake up to this versus just visit. I'm just saying.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, dual income, no kids. It's just me. Like, I'm thinking like 2 ski-doos. I'm thinking a boat, a hot tub, and a smaller little space for me and the honey or honeys. And with a spot like this, you can have them Monday through Friday,
That's right. That's right. There you go. Well, this is all for you, my friend. I live
It's gorgeous,
vicariously
though, man.
through you,
It is
Golly.
absolutely
Nah,
gorgeous.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful country. So that's my point. It's definitely a win. 6 acres right off the water, picnic style, picturesque views. You can't lose, man, when you put something down on this. So, yeah, we're going to slide over to numero uno.
Oh, no, one more.
Yep.
Can we double it up, right?
No, yep. I'm going to give you the last 2 side
Okay.
by side. So,
3, 1.
Yeah, power that up. So 17 North Inwood Heights Drive. It's MLS number 1524156. Right, and this is over in the Heights, Part 2. Right, northeast. You're right off Bidders and Inwood. 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's built by Jafet. They are a great builder. They always have a lot of character in what they put out, but I'm seeing people get a lot of value. We talk about existing homes and what builders, seem to kind of hold up. Jafet, Highland, these are properties that I see them kind of like they did a good job forecasting on where they want their next development to be. So there's actually value built in when a lot of their people turn around and sell them later on down the road. And this is a great example, right? So this one is over here in Churchill Country, right off Bidders, 2,700 square foot. You've got the big front end. These are wide streets. You've got all stone in the front. Fireplace. They've got vaulted ceilings. They didn't highlight their beam right here, but you recognize this across the board. Still got the tile floor. Still got a big wraparound island. Right, everything opens up to it. Pendants. This is a 1994 property. You wouldn't know it looking at it. They've got a lot of great stuff in here. They upgraded. They've got the stainless appliances. They've got newer lights. They've got newer granite. Right, they just kept the body of this really well-kept property in the first place. And you can't miss it, man, from the master, right? Look how big that is, Guyland.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That's what I'm talking about.
It is
You walk
gorgeous.
in, man,
Ooh,
my his
look
and
at that
her, right?
bathroom.
Look, she's got you got his and her sink.
Vanity.
And she's got the standalone vanity
Yeah.
separate, right? With the tub, with the walk-in shower. I mean, man, that's nice, bro. You're paying for that new
Yeah, you
construction
are.
these
Yeah,
days,
you
you
are.
know? And so they're at $485 on this property. Let me tell you, man, look at the deck back here, right? if I'm somewhere else, man, I brand new construction, I'm in the low 500s trying to get to a property anywhere close to this in square footage, you know, and that's the thing. You just don't find them everywhere. And that leads me to my last one of the day. This is a Highland home, which has been really good to a lot of my clients as well. So this is 43 Stonewall Bend. It's going to be MLS number 1524236. It's going to be listed at $490,000, 3,336 square foot over in the Brandeis School District. For those that don't know, that's going to be 1604, kind of Bandera, Braun area. You can see this. I'll zoom out just so you can get an idea. Right, Cross Mountain Ranch, right up I-10. You know, it gives you a really great location. So you're right by the rim, right above most of the chaos that's been I-10, but the highway's opened up. And so what does that do for properties like this, man? 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,300 square foot. If I tried to go build this thing right now, man, we just put one that was like in the mid 500s and we were 2,400 square foot. This thing is 36 square foot, right?
Ooh,
look at the big
gorgeous.
open arches. Look at that stairway. Yeah. They went with a lot of the extra upgrades as far as the type of rails that they got, so everything's exposed. It just looks clean, you know. And they put some fancy chandeliers. Look, no carpet on the steps, right? We were talking about that.
Right. Yeah, we go.
I know it. But that's my point, right? You're getting a really good deal, and that's why I made the top 5.
Those
42-inch cabinets. You know, maybe I don't like the backsplash on this thing. But in the grander scheme of this, you know, if I told you that this is about 30 to 40K under market value right now, right, I can go get some extra tile.
Oh, of course. Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know, so from the bonus room to, you know, the large bathrooms, his and hers, bath, vanities, right? Like, you know, this is a great property. And that's my point is we're under 500K, 3,300 square foot, and we're right by the rim. You know what I mean? And the house from the front, bro, it looks sick.
No,
right?
It does. It's
big,
a beautiful
mature
front
trees.
yard.
It was built in 2003. So, you know, 18-year-old house, but you wouldn't know it. It looks well cared for, well manicured.
Is that a corner? No, it's just big.
No, it's just a big lot, bro. Just a big lot. Exactly.
Man, you know, I could barbecue in the front yard in this one.
My people.
My
people. Don't be afraid. I will break out a Weber in a heartbeat.
Yeah, right.
Look how big that yard is.
That's a
bro.
nice backyard.
There's no need to. You can just go ahead and bring them all to the back. 0.34 of an acre. 0.34 of an acre. Okay. So, yeah, truly a killer. So, that wraps up Pat's Top 5.
Yes,
I think
sir.
That was a monster, right? There was a lot to squeeze in.
That's Pat's Top 10. We're going to get that up online today. So, I'm downloading the software on my new computer.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. So, I didn't tell that's what happened this weekend. So, I was doing, Thursday, I was doing a live draft party, streaming it live for the podcasting studio here at VodPod Media in San Antonio, Texas. And my 2015 iMac decided to take a crap out 2 times when I was editing footage, and I'm like, wait a minute, I got to go get a new computer. I can't even chance this. So
Whoopsie.
2 hours before, ran out to the Best Buy, picked up a Mac Mini, the M1 new chip.
Yeah.
This thing screams. It is fast. It's not glitching. I got 20 tabs open recording your screen right now. So I got to go get 1 or 2 more things, and then I'll see how it edits later on today.
1 or 2. There we go.
Yeah. And then my 2015 still working. So that goes to the side, and I might be picking up 1 more.
Yep.
Just for, you know, because I'm going to grow. We're taking over the world, man.
That's what I'm talking about,
VodPod Media
bro.
taking over the world.
1 at a time.
There we go. There we go.
All right, last piece. We're going to go into our Project Pat, and we're sponsored. Bean Power today is going to be Shotgun House Roasters. Is off Buena Vista. Eddie, the owner, is phenomenal, man. These guys started off in a single shotgun style house. For those that don't know, it's basically like an efficiency style home. You know, these 1920 boxes that you bought. And so there's a lot of these throughout the house or throughout the the city. This house was their epicenter, and now they're on warehouse number 5. Really cool spot. You got to check it out. It's right off Buena Vista. Shotgun House Roasters, phenomenal coffee. Get you a cup or go ahead and take you a bag home. It's good stuff.
There we go.
So now, we're gonna hop into Project Pat. We're gonna touch base on an oldie but a goodie. Do you remember Condos for Cash Flow?
I do. It's finding those condos and those pieces that are out there where you can, get a mortgage that's $600-700 and turn around and rent them out for couple of $100 more in cash flow.
Yeah, well, you know, we're talking about single family properties across the board. How, you know, the average price is going up. We were looking at 2-bedroom, 2 baths, right? We're in the 180s and up, and you know, why not take a shift in gears? Let me land in a condo. And if I'm going to cash flow this thing from an investment perspective, these are fantastic, right? So, and of course, the HOA's got to allow some of the things that we're going to discuss, but right, even just for long-term rent, you know, if I'm buying so cheap, I'm going to give you an example right here. I'm at 170 Deschantel Road, number 102, right off Fredericksburg Road, right down the street from the Med Center. Still got great access up and down 410. You can slide down to I-10. So as far as getting places, you're pretty damn well placed. Now, this one is actually first level entry. I like that when it comes to condos because, hey, maybe not everything is about, you know, the cool college kid. Maybe I've got an older demographic that I like renting to because they take really good care of my place, right? The outside's taken care of from the association, and the inside's taken care of by a really good renter that just like, hey, those stairs, man, they can be a killer, right? So this one is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, right? And it's $84,900, man.
Okay.
$84,900. Now, just on sheer principle, if I'm starting off that low, right? Don't you think I can pay this off a lot faster than I could a $200,000 property?
Sure.
Right? And do you think my rent ratio, right? Do you think I can get a little bit better? If I'm starting off, I do this place, it's nice and cute, right? And you know, we'll glance through some photos, but you know, it looks like somebody's been here for quite a while, but the house looks like it's well kept, right? It doesn't look like it's trash. I don't see
not at all.
falling
Not at all.
off, right? Access to the pool, you know, this is all right there. It's a great looking, you know, community.
Villa Bordeaux.
Yeah. So can I get a G? Can I get a grand?
Yeah.
You know, can I get 1,200? Can I get, you know, 2 people as leasees, right? Paying 600 a pop. I'm just saying that's not bad. And then I'm cash flowing on this thing, right? Because when I bought it, maybe I brought 10% down. Maybe maybe I used the traditional mortgage and now I'm done with it and I want to rent it out, right? There's so many different options. But again, these are first world options when you're in a market that's, you know, averaging close to 300K. And right here, I'm buying it's a piece of real estate, right? I'm buying real estate at $84,900, right?
Jeez.
Monster. And that's why I love these things because you get a little bit of both. We're talking about location, we're talking about cash flow, we're talking about the quality of maintenance, right? We just established that a lot of these HOAs are going to take care of some of the exterior things on these things, or you share ownership as far as the roof, foundation, things like that with other people that own. And so, right, here's another one, 11610 Vance Jackson Road, number 317. This is also a downstairs property as far as your entry level. Now, both bedrooms are upstairs. I've actually personally been in it, and we're putting an offer on it because it's awesome.
So you're putting an offer on this one already?
We're putting an offer on it this morning.
Man, you
bro.
love
We
some
already sent it
condos,
up.
don't you?
Well, it's not just myself. You know, a lot of long-term investors that I've had as clients for a while, right? Everybody sees the value. And so, you know, sometimes we're talking about cash flowing being covering a dollar amount that I've required to pay by my lender, and then trying to manage that spread in rental. But the truth is there's a lot of people that are on the opposite side of things, and they've had properties. Now they've cashed out. Say this client, right? We cashed out of a property out in Austin, and, you know, because they're done. They're like, man, I'm getting my stuff out. Taxes are going up way too much. They just had a 25% increase in taxes in Austin, right? So if I'm a landlord, man, I can't raise my rents by 25% right here. Not this month. It just doesn't work that way.
Not this month.
You know, I'm just saying. Who's going to pay the difference? What's coming out of your bottom line? And then I'm already kind of scared. Maybe I'm hitting certain heights that I'm just not sure. Right, but damn, San Antonio looks pretty damn good, and I got this 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath downstairs. The half bath is important because it's downstairs for everybody,
exactly.
right?
Nobody has room upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm at 129,900, and I'm buying it cash. Maybe I take a swipe at price. Maybe I come in at 125 cash money. I close in 2 weeks, right? But the same property, let's say it's earning me $1,300 a month, right? It's in a great area. I feel like the type and quality of renter that I get is going to be better, right? And then it's not cheap. I'm not giving it away in rent, so I'm going to get a quality renter in here. But now this is truly income. This is my income stream that I'm managing, right? And that's what I care about, right? I don't want to go play the multi-bid game for every property I'm trying to transition out of,
Correct.
right? But if I got 1031 exchange money, I need to account for it. It's got to go somewhere. Right. For those who don't know, 1031 exchange money is like you've sold a piece of property and now it goes to a neutral third party, right? That's let's say a 1031 exchange company, and so they actually give a tax ID, which means that when you sell your property, that the funds never touch your hands or go to your account. They go to this third party exchange company. They hold it, and then you've got X amount of time to reallocate where those funds are going to go. And as long as you don't touch that money, right, whatever funds you touch, you got to go pay your taxes on that year on.
Gotcha.
But if I'm just moving it over from one to the next and I can absorb it fully, well, then I didn't have to pay taxes. They are deferred.
Gotcha.
Right? So that's just for those who don't know. But yeah, I'm just moving money. I'm moving money to a better spot, right? I just took my cards off the table at this roulette game, and I just went over to the crap table. I'm like, man, I don't know. That come line looks like it's on its way.
There we go.
You know, so that's the idea. It's condos for cash flow. And so, yeah, we're going to show a couple other ones right here. We got one on Broadway. You know where Broadway's at,
I know
Skyland?
exactly where Broadway
Yeah,
is.
most of the city knows where Broadway's at, right? So, look, check it out. We were just talking about how hard it is to get into certain areas. We had that property that was in Reagan School District. But, hey, man, I've got a 2-bedroom, 1-bath property.
Oh, this
right?
is 09.
Yeah, 09. I'm in the Heights, right? 8038 Broadway Street, number 235K, right? I just bought a 2-bedroom condo for $235. Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain things that come with this. So this one has an HOA fee of about $330 a month. So it makes my effective cost a little bit higher. But, man, I'm at $235 or $135 for my price, excuse me, right? That's an effective price of roughly like, hey, I'm making a mortgage payment on something that's closer to like $160K. Right. Because I don't get any of that money back from my HOAs and dues. But can I get this sucker rented? You know, can I beat it? Can I meet it or beat it? I think I can. Right. And so now you ask yourself, if I'm renting it out for $1,600, if I can get $1,600 for rent, is it worth it? I think it is.
Yeah, all day long.
All day long. Great location too, right? Am I going to suffer for people that want to be in the Alma Heights School District? I don't think so. And that's my point, right? Like we've got plenty of properties, you know, throughout the city that are, you know, they're popping up. You know, if you're cash, you're already at an advantage. A lot of condos, some people have trouble getting financed. So if you're running cash, you're running 1031 investment money, right? Condos are a great alternative. And it just depends, right? If you're saying, hey, I'm going to buy these condos because I want equity and I'm going to hold on to these properties for 10 plus years and I'm just going to ball out from the equity on them. That's not accurate, you know. But let's say I've already bought and sold properties several times and I'm at the end of my investing, right? I'm tired. I don't want to go, you know, I'm buying more turnkey properties. I just want the cash flow. Well, these are pretty safe and they're pretty easy to maintain. And now I'm getting good money, more bang for buck as far as cash flow that's coming directly to me for reallocating my funds. And so that's the idea, man. Condos for cash is truly a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. So, yeah. Man, that was a lot, right? We went through a lot. What we wrap up at today?
52 minutes.
52. Man, it's a solid 7 minutes normal.
Yeah, we're normally 45. I mean, we're under an hour all the time. So.
I know. But I feel like we pack a lot into these, so I'm loving
let's do this. We didn't do this. Telephone number. How can they find you?
That's right. If you want more personal information, you want to work with Pat, you want to work with Urban Texan Realty Group, because it's not just me. Let me stress that. I've got a team of phenomenal agents, right? Sanjay Jawanda, SJ210, right? Jaime Rodriguez.
San Antonio Sanjay,
right? Jaime Rodriguez, he's our our founder of Phalanx, which is our parent company. Paola Muniz, right? We have so many really good agents, and they all cover different facets. So it's not just these properties. We handle, ranches, we handle commercial. We're showing people the how when it's time to get these things done. So give us a shout, 210-618-6924. Again, 210-618-6924, or you can hit us up at urbantexanrealty.com. You can find us, right? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, man. We got it.
Oh, we're getting there. All right, man.
All right, everybody.
See you next week.
Pat Vallejo, and I'm out.